abusuafo me mo bibia kwaba de ba James and TV so medin e de adwoa searching na omanpani dada John Dramani Mahama e de ensem bi atudwa na ensem omanpani dada e de etudwa no Ghana youth ni bi so ama no reply a omo e kire say by this time de obia na ni ada ho obia e vigilant obia pa adwuma ye enti no omo anytime a omo de beko street so akoye demonstration nti no omo the message way ema eyo man peni dada John Dramani Mahama na adofo man peni dada e de ensem bi atudwa e wo ni Facebook wall na ensem o kin na en say he omo de asem de kokoto omo fen kokoto omo de demonstration ne de omo beko so aye e wom sa asem no e wo court na so what the one thing cry na no e na Ghana youth ni bi so ama reply na adofo ye ni ensem a ekoso e wo Ghana hanom e fa no ye abato ho e ye 7th December e na ye to aba e wo Ghana hanom na Madam Jane Mensa e de wina no di e beto abonte no e ensem bebre na ekoso e wo Ghana hanom NDC fo so mo gintum MPP fo so mo ade atum aba no ya to awie sika na ahye amanfo are na ezo bi mo se won gintum ai ho sensem akwa bebre e wo Ghana hanom na abra NDC fo no mo se omo engine tum no any demonstration na ekoso wo Ghana ha nya sem keto akra na Ghana fo bi no e kire say sa demonstration ya mo ye enya de a e de emboa bia bebre mo because 2012 abra yeto aba wo Ghana hanom a eye His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo at that time na ope president edi e wo Ghana hanom a osusu se abato na ankoyie no or the courts ena omo ye di ekowi achi no na nkasa ejemu ema the obey president eye ti adenti na ya to aba na monte mu hwase na still mo ye kikiki e wo Ghana ha na Ghana fo bebes mo fasem no enko court mo pa ena egugu so saa na me ya na ndisi fo mpenfo e de eba out so mo de asem no ebe court ampa omo de asem no e court a chese omo de omo asem akodan court omo e chese afia bato a ye to no omo awiem abato no omo no omo wini nti court enke bi emomo na no e na omanpani dada John Dramani Mahama a oda NDC amayoko no ano e de ensem bi atodwa na ode etodwa no Ghana youth ni bi so ama no reply na de bia be ka say those days na social media anyone Facebook na Instagram na Twitter na de anyone me no na youth ni yehu de ekoso chese radio so nkwa na yebeti parent ne papa bia but social media by no scandals ebe koso wo Ghana ha no bia ye youth ni yehu e na fenso nsem e koso wo Ghana ha bia yehu nti ni se youth ni bebra afom ho adwen a omo ka cho mampenda da John Dramani Mahama say omana ne mba ending kan lead the demonstration no mo so ba be di achi na adofo yentie ensem a omanpani dada John Dramani Mahama etro ede eto ni Facebook wall nti enam so a youth ni bi so ede sa reply no ede ema no o kire say the National Democratic Congress has decided to proceed to the Supreme Court to contest the results of the rigged election of December 7th. The decision follows a meeting of the National Executive Committee of our party on Tuesday in Accra. While in court, the NDC will continue all legitimate actions, including protests, to demand the enforcement of the rule of law and protection of life and property of the good people of Ghana. Na omanpani dada ede sa ensem we eto ni Facebook page no e na Ghana youth ni bi so sisisie omo ani ate enti no se mo mba titifie dia enya de omo so ebeba be yesa demonstration no e wa bra mo mba etitifie na adofo yentie comment a youth ni bi so e mai e wa bra omanpani dada John Dramani Mahama e de sa caption no eto ni Facebook wall we eye asare e na o chese sometimes I wonder who advises this man. If you want to continue with civil disobedience, then why go to the courts? Okay, and I will so Maxwell and I'll just say a very irresponsible man. You are not above hot water. John Mahama is an opportunist, and his case will be worsened. And I will so kwabna and I'll just say you and your children will be at home and enjoy. Let your children lead the protest and we will follow. And now when so Amos and Ochese Massa, we are not slaves. Why? No one will protest for anything. So call all your children to go on streets and protest. Okay, and when so Eric and our say you can even sleep by the roadside. We don't care. And when so and our say let your family and you take the lead while we prepare our banku and tilapia to relax our body. Okay, and when so David and our say if you still go on the move and something happen, don't blame the police, because now that you are going to court, you are not supposed to go the move. Okay, in same way, and Ghana youth ni so the Emma or man penny that John Dramani Mahama.
Bus is strong enough to lift a pickup off the road. We had to bring the police. It was the police who came and helped to clear the road before we were able to pass. But politics is about people. And so if you are doing people's work, you need patience. And so let me apologize to our chiefs for the long period you've been waiting, but also to say something impressive that I've noticed. It's not everywhere we get it like this. Today there are 4 paramountcies gathered here, sitting together and meeting us. It's a very positive thing. In many places, the chiefs don't accept to sit together. And so sometimes it makes our work difficult. We have to go from one chief to the other, to the other. So you probably would have spent 1 hour. You end up spending 4 hours because you have to go to every single paramountcy. But it's beautiful to see 4 paramount chiefs united, sitting here together and receiving a former president. I want to thank you very much. God bless you. Because you've been sitting long, I'm not going to talk for long. I just want to thank you and congratulate you on the successful registration exercise that we just finished. People believe that the numbers in the Volta region were artificial and that they were being inflated by some foreigners coming from somewhere. I think that the last registration exercise has shown the numbers here are genuine, and that is human beings, Ghanaian citizens who register here in the Volta region. So despite the intimidation and the harassment, our people still came out in their numbers and registered. And I want to thank you for that and express the hope that also on the day of the elections, we're going to come out in those numbers and exercise our votes so that we can bring the NDC back into office to continue the good work that we were doing. I've been through several constituencies in the region, and everywhere I've gone, the story is the same. All the projects we're working on have come to a standstill. We just came from K2 South, Aflao. There's a big E-block we were building there. Where it reached on January 7th, 2017 is where it has remained till now. And yet if that school had been finished, the children in that area would have had a secondary school to attend instead of coming to Georgia and come and congest the secondary schools in the other areas. And probably if they had finished all those schools, there are 200 of them we're building across the country. We won't have the problem that we're having with double track, where some of the children have to go to school and others stay at home for 3 months. And then when they come, then the others too go and the others come back. Apart from that, if the children are at home, you have to pay money for private teachers to teach them. And one of the teachers told me, he said when the children have sat at home for 3 months, by the time they come to school, what you taught them, they have forgotten. And so you have to spend the next 2 to 3 weeks revising what you taught them before you start teaching them the new syllabus. And so I said, when I come, we'll finish the secondary schools we're building quickly. If we build 200 secondary schools, Each of them is capable of accommodating 1,000 students. That will be 200,000 vacancies in secondary school. And so we can spread the children out to all those secondary schools, and we'll bring an end to double track. Government is planning, and government is common sense. And that is what NDC was doing. We're using planning and common sense. And so we started the free SHS step by step. We started with day students. We said day students don't pay any fees. In the following year, in 2016, we started with some of the boarding students in the poorest districts. And we left office, and the new government came and said they are going to implement it immediately. Today, they say our free SHS is the most expensive in the world. Meanwhile, look at the quality. The quality is going down, it's poor. And that's why NDC is coming to make it better. I said government is like a relay race. All of us were in secondary school, and relay races